Nagbabalik po ang Doctors on TV. Bago natin ipagpatuloy ang ating discussion on diabetes, again, we're inviting our televiewers to join us. They can contact us through our Facebook account, Doctors on TV, twitter.com, Doctors on TV, www.untvweb.com, and they can email us through info@doctorsontv@gmail.com.
Or they may contact us on numbers 442-6256, 442-6257, or text us at 0908-814-3983. Ayan, tawag-tawag na ha, o text-text na mga kasambahay. Ayan, so papatuloy tayo, Doc Steph, ng discussion.
Oo.
Doc, bago tayo mag-deal doon sa medyo malalim-lalim na discussion, pwede ba natin muna i-discuss ng saglit yung different kinds of diabetes? Two types.
Generally, there are two types. No? Type 1 is the type of diabetes that occurs in children. So, ang pinakakilala natin na may type 1 diabetes, si Gary Valenciano. At a young age...
Pinanganak siyang gano'n.
Actually, it developed later on in his life. Siguro before his teenage years, mga adolescent years, he had these antibodies that destroyed the beta cells of the pancreas, which make insulin. So, these patients are insulin dependent. They cannot take medications for their diabetes. They really need to inject insulin. Up to now, Gary Valenciano is on insulin, and it's because of insulin that he's doing fine. Okay? It's because of insulin that he's lived this long without any complications. Kaya hindi tayo dapat matakot sa insulin. It's really a treatment for diabetes.
Type 2.
The other one is type 2, which occurs later in life. The risk factors for developing type 2 include being overweight and obese, kulang sa exercise o sedentary ang lifestyle. Age is a risk factor. Genetics is a strong risk factor. So if your parents have type 2 diabetes, there's a good chance you'll be getting it later on. If you want to avoid it, dapat mag-exercise and watch your weight. Other risk factors can include hypertension, high levels of triglycerides or low levels of the good cholesterol, HDL, having a history of polycystic ovarian syndrome
Pwede rin.
or gestational diabetes are also risk factors for type 2 diabetes.
So, ibig sabihin, kapag nagbubuntis ka ng madalas, Doc Steph, at lagi kang tumataba at nananaba, pwede kang pumasok doon sa type 2.
Yes.
Okay, because of the overweight and the obesity.
Oo. Kaya ina-advise namin ang pregnant women to maintain just a normal weight gain during pregnant. Akala kasi ng ibang buntis, ticket nila yan para kumain and become overweight, no?
Pero there are really instances where when you're pregnant, you can't even
Hirap.
control
Yes.
Dahil pag like in my case, I had a hard time controlling my timbang kasi I can't on the first trimester I can't even eat. So
Okay.
second trimester naman parang nagsa-start. Sa third naman hindi naman ako na mapigil sa kain. And if you don't eat, I throw up. Doc JM, bakit naman may ganyan? Pwede pa bang hindi pwede bang ma-avoid yung pagpasok mo doon sa type 2 after na malabas yung bata?
Yes, you should try to get back to your pre-pregnancy weight and shouldn't gain too much weight during pregnancy. Some people think kasi I'm eating for 2 people.
For 2.
So, 2 adults ang kinakain worth ng
Oo.
pagkain. Kaya
That's not
tumataba
true.
ng tumataba. Hindi naman dapat ganyan. So, it's still a matter of watching your weight. It's not an excuse that you're carrying a baby that you can't eat a lot. No? There's
Or
still a
eat
risk.
anything.
Or eat
Yes.
anything.
Dapat healthy eating pa din.
Oo. Tama pala yung ginawa natin. Kasi after a year, I'm back to 47 kilos.
Okay.
Naks, ang galing.
Ayan. So, Doc JM, paano pa yung mga ibang complications ng diabetes? As in your data, ano yung pinakagrabe na complications? Kanina na-discuss natin earlier, pero dito sa Pilipinas, ano yung pinakamalala?
Of course, the worst ones are the big vessel diseases that include vessels to your brain which get clogged up over time. Kaya nagkaka-stroke ang patient.
Stroke. Oo.
Some patients don't survive stroke. So that's how deadly a stroke is.
Oo.
It can clog the blood vessels going to your heart, supplying the heart muscle, so you get a heart attack pag barado na. And heart attacks are also potentially fatal. People can die from heart attacks. And if you survive, your condition is not as good anymore. You feel tired, your heart is not pumping as well as it used to. Pati yung mga blood vessels that go to the legs, so amputations.
Amputation.
Kidney disease is also a big problem. Our kidneys don't regenerate, kaya pag nasira ang kidneys,
Sira na
tuloy-tuloy
siya.
yan, sira na yan.
Yan na yung mga nagdadialysis.
And then you have to undergo
Oo.
dialysis.
Oh, pero kunyari, once you have these complications already, are they potentially reversible once you correct your blood sugar, or ganun na siya, i-maintain mo na lang?
For things like the kidneys, they do not regenerate, you cannot reverse. Even IVCs, there's new blood vessels in the eye, we can do laser therapy, but it will only prevent the progression of eye disease. It won't reverse the problem in eye disease.
So when it's there, it's there.
Blood vessels that go to the heart, there are things that we can do. So we can put stents para mag-dilate yung blood vessels. Some cholesterol medications are very potent. They can actually decrease the amount of blockages in your artery that go to your heart and to your brain here in the neck area. And bypass surgery for our patients.
Okay, so medyo mahirap na siyang i-reverse, no? At
Yes.
saka para ma-reverse mo siya, mga major procedures ang kailangan mo,
Hindi
no?
nga reversal pala, no?
Oo, so kailangan
Kasi may
talaga
procedure pa rin.
prevention.
And you have to remember, it's always cheaper to control your diabetes
Yes.
now than to get a complication earlier in your life. Kung kayo magka-heart attack, magka-stroke, maputulan ng paa, magkaroon ng kidney disease, ang laki ng gagastusin mo eh. So think of controlling your diabetes now as an investment para maiwasan mo yung mga complications.
For type 2 diabetes, how early can the complication set in?
Usually about
Major complication.
5 to 15 years after onset. Okay? But the problem is we don't know when the onset
When
is
the
for
onset
most
is.
patients because they don't feel anything and they don't get tested. Current recommendations will say that all Filipinos aged 45 years and above should get tested for diabetes. If you're overweight and obese, consider getting tested at a younger age.
Oh, Doc, ano ba ang mga tests, no, para ma-detect kung may diabetes ka?
Okay, the simplest test that you can do, you go to a laboratory after fasting for about 8 to 10 hours. Tell the laboratory to get a fasting blood sugar. It's best taken here in the arm rather than in the fingers. So you have to go to the laboratory, get a fasting blood sugar. You don't need a prescription to get a fasting blood sugar.
Yes.
You don't have to go to a doctor first, doc, I want to be screened. You can go straight to the laboratory. Just fast overnight for about 8 to 10 hours, get a blood test. If that number is 126 and above, you have diabetes. Then you should go to your doctor.
Follow through sa onset kanina, no? Meron bang mga cases tayo na bigla na lang na stroke na hindi nga nila alam na may diabetes sila? Yun pala
Yes.
yung stroke nila ay dala na ng diabetes. Are there cases na ganon?
Yes, in some patients, the first manifestation of their diabetes is a complication already. That can include a stroke, a heart attack, tumataas na ang kidney test, lumalabo na yung mata.
Ayun.
Okay. So, simple lang naman pala yung pag-detect ng diabetes, no?
Laboratory
so,
lang.
Oo. So, pag if
Oo.
you're of age, yun nga, 45 or kung may risk factor ka, dapat magpa-test na, no? Doc JM, can you show us,
Actually,
no?
I bought a glucose meter. The glucose meter is a small gadget we can use to detect sugar. It's not super accurate. There is still some margin of error that is acceptable. Our result will come out probably within 20% of the actual value. So,
Okay.
if we're
Meron
gonna get a
tayong,
blood test, it should still be a venous blood test. Dito po sa malaking ugat sa arm. So
Oo.
it's an easy to use gadget. We have kids who know how to check their own blood sugar.
Meron ba
Talaga
tayong
ang
pwedeng
pain.
mag-demo dyan?
So
Volunteer.
volunteer direct? May bibigay
So
kang
ideally,
volunteer?
yung maganda yung sa laboratory pa din.
Laboratory.
For
Pero,
diagnosis.
pero for example, meron ka ng diabetes, nagmo-monitor, o kaya baka meron kang kakilalang meron yan, pwedeng mag-check lang saglit, no?
Tsaka
Yes.
pwede siyang gawin sa
I-confirm na
bahay.
lang, oo.
Oo, yung mga nagmo-monitor talaga on a daily basis.
technically, this one is best used for monitoring.
Monitoring
so
na talaga.
Yung
So
mga
it
may
can be done
diagnosis
on a
na,
daily basis.
pwede. In fact, sometimes we actually ask our patients to do it
3
as much
times
as
a day.
3 times, sometimes
Three
even
times.
6 times. Eh, pag,
Ano yun,
Pag
every
yan.
after meals?
Hindi naman tayo
may mga
maubusan
after
ng
meals, may
dugo
mga
niyan.
before.
It's just a small
Okay.
drop of blood. Okay, so this is a glucose meter, sorry. We'll just be putting a droplet of blood here. Yun nga, kailangan talaga tusukin yung daliri.
Oo,
to
so,
check the
pero ito
sugars.
yung pangkuha ng blood.
Yes.
Oo, so ito
Pangtusok.
automatic na din naman siya eh. Meron na
ganun
siyang
mo,
lancet, as in isang drop, tuk, ganun lang.
So we'll get your sugar. Tara.
No!
Sinang may
Want
gusto?
to get your sugar?
Si Direk. Come on. Come on,
Oh, si
Direk,
Direk.
come
So
here.
invite Direk. Direk, sige, have a seat muna. Baka mahilo ka eh. Pag
may
kinulong
ano,
kita.
Hawakan ko na si Direk.
May hangover pa ako sa
So before
injections.
bago
You got
natin tusukin
a
yung
little
daliri,
bit sick last time.
we clean the area and then we air dry. Okay?
Disinfect muna yung area.
Huwag nyo ihipan kasi minsan nalalawayan.
Yes,
So,
mas
ingat lang.
maraming dumi nun.
Baka
Maraming
magka-bacteria pa.
microbes.
So, ito yung
Ayan.
pangtusok natin. May needle na po yan
It's
sa
gonna sting a little
loob.
bit, but
Oh.
hindi
Konting
naman.
tusok po. Ayan, try naman
Nakakag-
natin.
Gulat
May
lang,
naka-standby
pero-
naman tayong ano dyan.
Hindi ka naman takot sa karayom, no?
UNTV Rescue.
Okay.
Yan.
Konting tusok pa.
That's it.
Okay, sakit.
Oh, walang
Napakakonti
aray.
lang, oh.
Okay, the
Mga
first-
kasambays, konting-konti lang yan.
The first drop of blood,
You discard.
we wipe dry.
Okay.
Oh.
Make a nice droplet, then ididikit lang sa machine. Tapos lalabas na yung
Ang bilis.
amount ng
Ah, okay.
blood sugar.
Oh, kaya pala mga kasambahays, pwedeng gawin ng 6 times. So, sa mga nagmamonitor ng kanilang mga
Ano ha, it
blood
gets,
sugar.
the machines have improved na din eh. Kasi dati parang mas malaking drop of blood yung kailangan.
Okay, so ang blood sugar ni Direk ay 79
Wow,
milligrams per deciliter, which is very
normal.
normal.
Very good.
Fasting ba kayo ngayon, Direk?
Kumain na ba kayo, Direk? Ni pa.
For
okay.
fasting blood sugar, anything less than 100 is normal.
Is very good.
If it's 100 to 125, you might have pre-diabetes. But if it's 126 and above, diabetes.
Okay,
Kasi
so normal
naman,
si
sabi ni
Direk.
Direk, mahusay daw yung kinakain niya araw-araw.
Tsaka nag-exercise si Direk.
Nagpa-farming, tsaka nag-exercise si Direk.
Tsaka hindi overweight and obese.
Oo. Tsaka he
Yes.
turned 40 na, ha? So, pwede sa
binukwang
age
yung
doon
age.
eh. Pwede na siyang...
Kailangan mo sabihin yung age ni
Oo
Direk.
naman,
ha?
kasi proudly.
Okay.
Huwag mo sabihin kung di ka proud. Ayan.
Okay.
If you want, we can invite another guest. Miss Chat is over there.
May mga texters yata tayo
may texters?
May mga texters tayo. This is from 0315. May sugat sa may sugat daw siya sa may binti. Nag-umpisa lang noong Lunes at may rashes sa talampakan. Sign po ba ito ng diabetes?
Okay, this is not necessarily a sign of diabetes. Marami pong nagkakasugat sa paa na wala naman diabetes. If it's a wound that's slow to heal, talaga nagkaka-infection, you might want to be tested for diabetes pa rin. But not necessarily lahat ng may sugat sa paa ay may diabetes.
Pag sobrang tagal na siguro yung sugat,
Yung hindi
yun talaga,
gumagaling.
Hindi gumagaling.
Hindi gumagaling.
Pabalik-balik na infections,
Oo.
then you might consider
Oo,
being tested for
oo.
diabetes.
Pero Lunes lang naman yan, ma'am. So, baka ito kwan lang, na sugatan lang talaga
Ordinary.
yan. Ordinary lang na rash.
Okay. Meron na naman tayong tanong from Bing and Iman. Is it true that taking insulin will affect the kidneys?
Yes, in a nice way. Because insulin will protect your kidneys from the harm of hyperglycemia. O yung diabetes, nakakasira talaga yan ng kidneys. But with insulin, gumaganda ang blood sugars, that protects the kidneys. Insulin is a natural hormone. Ang katawan ko gumagawa ng insulin. So, my insulin from my pancreas is not destroying kidneys. Insulin that comes in pharmaceutical doses will also not destroy the kidneys. Again, si Gary Valenciano, since he was a teenager, has been on insulin therapy. His kidneys are doing fine because he is controlling his diabetes.
So, Doc, paklaro lang natin ha, yung insulin na ini-inject, yung trabaho nun is para i-consume o ulsawin. Yun yung term na ginagamit ng
Far more of
yung
yung trabaho ng
i-convert.
insulin, yung asukal na nasa dugo, pinapapasok niya doon sa loob
sa
ng muscles,
kailangan
sa
na
kidneys.
organs.
Parang sabi niya, siyang susi para magbukas yung gate doon sa mga muscles para makapasok yung asukal mula sa dugo sa loob ng muscles at
So,
sa
wala siya
iba-ibang
dapat
organs.
harm?
No, it's not harmful. Except if you give too much insulin. Ang potential niya, baka sumobrang
Babagsak.
baba lang ang blood sugar.
Ayun.
Oo, so yun dapat ma-emphasize, no? It's not the insulin that harms the kidneys, it's uncontrolled diabetes. So yung
Yun ang
sobrang taas na sugar.
Ayan, ang dami naming questions. Sa amin pa lang, marami na. Dami nating texters, ha? Pero bago po natin ipagpatuloy ang ating mga discussion, let us first find out what is the latest in the field of medicine as we give you the Health Update.